Hey, everybody. Jerry Cruzman, Maggie Fields. What do you got, little lady? What are we doing?
Okay. Let's jump right in.
Go.
Okay. Today we are talking about Ghostbusters Afterlife. In theaters only. PG-13 2021 film, fantasy comedy, 2 hours and 4 minutes. Yeah, it was really good. Okay, so of course, I really liked how they had all those the originals. Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Ernie Hudson, and Sigourney Weaver, Annie Potts, and what was funny because at the very end, I was like, I don't remember seeing Sigourney Weaver.
Hey. Spoiler alert. You know what? Hopefully they're watching this after they've already decided to go see these things, and all we're doing is like bringing out, flushing it out. So
the star, McKenna Grace, just a stinking sweetheart. She is so awesome. She's so cute. So McKenna Grace, she is 15 years old. She was born in Grapevine, Texas. She started acting at the age of 6. She was in Disney XD, Crash and Bernstein, and The Young and the Restless in 2013 to 2015. In 2018 and 2019, Hollywood Reporter named her one of the top 30 stars under 18.
Yep.
And Morgan and I just maybe 2 weeks ago watched a movie with her. She was alongside Chris Evans in the movie Gifted from 2017, and we cried. That's one of the best movies I've seen. It's so good. With that, I read, it was funny, you're looking up stuff on, it has like all these other questions that, you click on it and it gives you the answer of it and stuff. And somebody said, McKenna Grace and Chris Evans friends, and it said they're best friends. And they actually got together 2 weeks before the filming of that so that they could spend all that time together to get to know each other, because they were going to be together for the next 2 months, filming this movie. And so they are actually, I know the giant age difference or whatever, but they are actually friends. So I thought that was pretty cute. Yeah. Pretty cute. Such a good movie. Also, she learned to ice skate to portray the younger version of Tanya Harding in I, Tanya. And so that was her most challenging role. She also has a debut single, Haunted House, that was in the closing credits of Ghostbusters Afterlife.
That's true.
And she's a vegetarian.
Yes, she is. 2016, she was in Mr. Church. I believe that was Eddie Murphy. She was also in 2019's Captain Marvel. And then, of course, to try to limit the number of movies that we're talking about, of course, Ghostbusters Afterlife. I liked her. I told you before, I thought, given that principal photography on this thing started July of 2019, so it's been in the can for well over 2 years before it premiered. It was delayed 4 times, but it kind of just automatically reminded me of a young Morgan. If Morgan got some round glasses and put them on.
Aww.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah.
I thought that her character played really well for Igor, her grandfather.
Yes.
It was so cute. I was like, oh my gosh, she looks just like him. And then, Finn Wolford as well. Both of them, like they worked well together as far as their looks. They look like they could really be brother and sister, and they look like their grandfather.
Yeah.
In the movie.
Yeah. That's good stuff.
No, she's got an extensive list so far already at such a young age, and I know we're going to be talking about her a lot more.
Yes.
She seems like a real smart, fun little kid. So
yeah,
I liked her a lot. Her character in this movie was funny. She wasn't afraid at all, and just so dry. And she, even said how her, she doesn't show her emotions like other people do, but inside she's puking.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Who else you want to talk about?
Well, I'd talk about Logan Kim, but he has nothing on him so far. So this is basically all he's got for him. So the other podcast.
Logan Kim.
podcast, and he was funny because while I was watching him, I thought,
Oh,
oh my,
that guy. Yes.
yeah, the recording or whatever. He was funny
Yeah.
little guy. Yeah, he doesn't really have anything going for him
No,
yet,
I think
so
this was like his premiere.
yeah.
But
It said he's on probably like on social media a lot, probably maybe TikTok or something. I don't know. He likes to game. He's gaming. He likes to play games, like the gamer stuff. But yeah, he was funny. He kind of reminded me of Emmett. I was like, oh my god, look, it's Emmett. Paul Stephen Rudd,
there you go.
52 years old, from Passaic, New Jersey. Is that how you say it? Passaic? I don't know.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Okay. American actor, comedian, screenwriter, and producer. Theater at the University of Kansas, and he had his acting debut in 1991. Clueless, Halloween, Curse of Michael Myers. I think we mentioned him from before when we were talking about the Halloween movies. He was an Anchorman, Ant-Man. He also had a pretty big role in the sitcom Friends as Phoebe's boyfriend and husband. And then he has been on SNL quite a bit. And he is the sexiest man alive for 2021.
Yes, he is. He was also in the highest revenue producing movie, Avengers Endgame 2019, as Ant-Man. I like Paul a lot. In fact, I made a point to highlight this for you because I don't know if you ever saw it, but The Fundamentals of Caring alongside Selena Gomez. If you haven't watched it, you should watch it. You need to watch it. Another tidbit, and you probably already saw this, is since 2014, Rudd and fellow actor Jeffrey Dean Morgan, I'm sure that Dominic can drop it in there and you'll know who I'm talking about. They've been co-owners of Samuel's Sweet Shop, a candy store in the town of Rhinebeck, New York, that they saved from being closed after the previous owner, a friend of theirs, died suddenly. So I thought that was kind of interesting. He did receive his Hollywood Walk of Fame on July 1st in 2015. And I like just about everything the dude is in. So
I just love him. He's down to earth and sweet, and just,
yeah,
I am glad that they named him the sexiest man alive, because that is pretty darn accurate there. Yeah. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, that's interesting though. So Negan from The Walking Dead, he is, he's got a lot on him. He's got a lot on him. If you don't know Paul Rudd, then I don't know why you're even watching us.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you named all the movies, and we don't need to throw too many more out there that Dominic has to scramble to put up on the screen. But and people are wondering why I'm mentioning Dominic, but our new editor-in-chief, Dominic Fields, have not seen his work yet, but I will be this Friday. So nice. You are very quiet.
What was the last movie that we just did?
Red Notice.
Yeah, thank you. Red Notice. Like, I couldn't think of what it was called. So yes, that would be Dominic's first. So I want to talk about Carrie Coon.
Oh,
she was hilarious. Her dry sense of humor was just funny. So funny. I really, really liked her in this. And I didn't realize I could tell by her voice that I knew who she was, that I'd seen her before. Just something about the way she speaks is a little bit, it's different. It's a little bit unusual for sometimes. I don't know. Maybe it's probably just me. But so while I was doing my research on her, I realized why I probably knew her. But anyway, so we'll go with this. She's 40 years old. She's from Copley, Ohio. She was in the HBO The Leftovers from 2014 to 2017. And this is why I would know her. She was in the second season of The Sinner. And if you haven't watched The Sinner, it's really, really awesome. Jessica Biel is the producer of that. Super good. It's really, really good. It's got like a short series, like I don't know, 6 or 8 episodes or something. And it's a story that goes along. And then the next season is all new people. So her film debut was a Gone Girl in 2014. She was also in the Avengers Infinity War in 2018. She graduated high school in 1999. She attended the University of Mount Union in '03 with her bachelor's in English and Spanish. And then in '06, she got an MFA in acting at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. She made her professional stage debut in the production of Our Town, and then she's been in a lot of theater. That's where she started, and she kept, going from there. She was commuting between Chicago and Wisconsin, eventually making her Broadway debut after that. So
Nice.
not a whole lot of films yet, but she still has a lot under her belt. So
She was also in 2017, The Post, and now I'm not even going to mention it. 2017, a movie I'd never heard of before, but I almost want to watch it just for the title. Izzy Gets the Across Town.
sounds great.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but we're going to find out. How about Finn Wolfhard?
Finn Wolfhard. Yes. I only know him from Stranger Things, and he's on Instagram.
There you go. He was also the horror novel It in 2017 and its sequel, It Chapter 2. He was the voice of Pugsley Adams in The Addams Family 2019. There was a couple interesting tidbits about him. I thought he was kind of a neat little actor. At age 17, which, wow, he's not that old anyway. He was born in December 23rd of 2002. But at age 17, he made his directorial debut in 2020 with a comedy short film, Night Shifts. And subsequently he released that Night Shifts on YouTube. So apparently we can go to YouTube and watch it. He also co-directed his first music video with Josh Oval for the band Spend Time Palace's Sonora. I think I named everything from a filmography that people would know for the most part, except for, and I haven't seen it yet, but I think it's out there, 2021 Pinocchio.
Awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, kind of a cool actor, been around, as you said, Stranger Things. So Canadian actor, 19 years old, or about to be 19 years old.
Yeah, because he was like about the same age as Aubrey. Oh, I see here it says music groups, the Aubreys.
Boom.
Since 2019.
Right.
That's funny. I love
Yeah.
that. Yeah, he's good. I like him.
We're backing up a little bit, but we're talking about Ghostbusters Afterlife. So you and I have been on pause for a couple of weeks on this. I saw it a lot earlier than you have. But to date, it has grossed $118 million on a $75 million budget. Wow. I think I mentioned it a minute ago that it's been delayed 4 times. Principal photography was done essentially July of 2019, and it's been delayed substantially, obviously because of COVID. But Muncher, the ghost Muncher.
Oh, yeah.
Josh Gad, Olaf.
Really?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I thought that was
I like that.
When I saw that, I said, yeah. Of course, the nostalgia of this thing, you mentioned before, Haunted House performed by McKenna Grace appears in the film's end credits, as well as Ghostbusters by Ray Parker Jr. appears in the credits. I enjoyed this movie a lot. I thought it came together as the original 2 movies, which were done by Jason Reitman, who is the director. His dad, Ivan Reitman, directed Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 2, and was, of course, as a producer on set to kind of look over his son's shoulder and kind of direct him. But
Oh, I love that.
yeah, that's kind of cool. But yeah, just a couple tidbits I wanted to throw out there. Ghost Corps is the production company formed in 2015 to oversee Ghostbusters franchise. And it's a division of Columbia Pictures. And the key people in that is, of course, Dan Aykroyd and Ivan Reitman. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Very good. Yeah, I liked how it went. Like, if you've never seen the very first one or two, then some of this might seem kind of odd, or how they did the whole ending, or it fit perfectly with how they did. If go back and see the very first one, and that would be enough. And I haven't seen the Ghostbusters in super long time, but it was neat. It was like, oh, it just kind of brought you back.
Yeah,
it did. It brought you all back. It was good. It was really, really good. I liked the way that the ghosts looked. The muncher, especially, he was a funny looking fella. He was cute. Good stuff. And the little baby Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and those were so funny. I loved how they added that in there, because the way that they did it was just really fun and cute. They were destroying each other at that grocery store. Funny.
Gozer, the Gozerian, which was the main, the woman that comes out, Gozer. That's Olivia Wilde, and she was uncredited in the movie. And then, of course, big spoiler alert, we can't help but, it is what it is. Harold Ramis posthumously appears as Dr. Egon Spengler, and I thought they did an exceptional job with that. I liked the direction it took, and I liked the look that it took, which was almost a mirror of the original Ghostbusters. I just liked how they tied that together. It was really good.
It was good. It was fun. It was exciting. Abby thought she was going to be scared. She's like, "Am I going to be scared?" I was like, "This is not a scary movie," but I guess it goes.
It probably had a couple scary things in it.
Oh, a few jumps, a few little jumps here and there, just obviously. No, that was really good. I can't wait to watch it again. I'm really excited for that.
Mr. Jason Reitman is known for Thank You for Smoking, Juno, Up in the Air, starring George Clooney. Jason did Tully, 2018. Really good movie. The only other person I want to talk about is Gil Keenan. Gil is a British-American film director, film producer, screenwriter, and animator. He co-wrote this with Jason Reitman. So his credits before were as director, The Monster House, 2006. These are animated. City of Ember, Poltergeist, and then, of course, not a director, but a writer and co-writer with Jason Reitman for Ghostbusters Afterlife. And one that I haven't watched yet, but Carol did, A Boy Called Christmas, and she said it was exceptional. He was both the director and the writer on that, and it is on, I believe it's on Netflix. So you'll have to look it up and watch it. 2021.
Okay, that's why I was like, I think I just saw that come on there the other day. So, yeah. We obviously we don't have to talk about everybody, but Celeste O'Connor, I thought that she did a really good job as well. See, I can't see like how old she is, but it looks like she attended the Notre Dame preparatory school and studied violin and singing at the Peabody Preparatory. She attends Johns Hopkins University and is majoring in public health and pre-medicine.
Nice.
Yeah, but I thought she did a pretty good job. She had, not a huge role, but enough of it, in the movie that she can give her a little bit of credit. Good job. Oh, her birthday is tomorrow. She's 23, but her birthday is tomorrow. She is from Nairobi, Kenya.
There you go. And I think we would be remiss if we didn't re-mention Bill Murray, Peter Beckman, Dan Aykroyd as Raymond Ray Stantz, Ernie Hudson as Winston Zeddemore, and Annie Potts as Janine Melnitz. And of course, Sigourney Weaver as Dana Barrett. I thought that little deal at the end was exceptional. I liked it.
Fantastic. Just fantastic. It was all that they needed. I was right when they put her name up there. I was like, Sigourney Weaver. I don't remember seeing her in this movie. And right then they showed that part. I was like, well, there she is.
Yep.
And then I had the whole bit from the beginning. I mean, we can laugh about that. I mean, because we've seen the old movies and we like that's great. That's fantastic to put that back in there.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, then it might be kind of like, what the hell is this? But
Yeah.
I thought it was great.
Yeah,
So.
I'm not going to go into much on the Rotten Tomatoes. There were some mixed reviews on this, but I personally enjoyed it. I thought it was a great tribute to the original two Ghostbusters, and I think it was really nice the way they came around and honored Harold Ramis. I thought that was important, and I think it was the very package that Bill and Dan and Ernie and Sigourney were looking for to bring this thing all together. And the little marshmallow,
that was sweet.
dudes.
It was really sweet. I liked it.
The marshmallow guys. Yeah.
God, they were so cute.
Fairly long movie.
Yeah, it was. It was. It was good.
Yeah.
Hours and 4 minutes. Yeah.
Nice.
Really, really good. What do you want to rate this, Dad?
Oh, you're going to make me go first. I liked it a lot. So I'm going to go at least 4.75. 4.75.
Hey, you really liked it.
4.75 Stay Puft Marshmallow Men.
I'm going to go, yeah, I like your Stay Puft Marshmallow Men. Tiny guys. They're so cute. I am going to go not as high, but I still loved it. 4.4.
Mhm.
Lasers.
Lasers. Nice.
Lasers, yes. The ghost busting laser.
Yeah. I had fun with it. I enjoyed the movie, and that's why I gave it. I typically won't go that high. It's not an Academy Award winner, but I enjoyed it.
It was really, 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 really good. They did a great job. I really enjoyed it. Definitely going to watch it again. I got a lot of list of watching it again, but
Right.
that's fine.
Nice. Everybody, like, subscribe, comment, especially John and Sherry. I've called you out. If I don't see something, write you off.